So this is weekend, and we like to look at what price has done over the week. It gives us a clear directional bias. So I do like to start from the current April price action. Specifically, I'm using my line chart on 3 hours, which happens to be my buy sell litmus test. And these are all RS level. So we have break of an RS level, makes here an SR. That's a descending trend line. That's a 3 hours horizontal trend line. Above is an supply roof, and below it is a demand floor. And we have an ascending trend line from May running. It's very clear we have a breakout of ATL, ascending trend line breakout. Here we have SR level, support become resistance and breakout structure. And here we have a breakout BO. Calling for a retest in a further upswing. If price returns there, it will call for a retest as we march into a new week. So the next thing we want to picture out is there's a beautiful structure at this level. That's an ascending, descending trend line, DTL. And is a retest candle after break of structure, break of a double top structure. That's another retest to that broken neckline. As an RS level. After break of structure, price came back from an RS level and also a retest candle. That's also an RS level. Break of an RS level, return here as a demand floor. That's also a retest candle, RT. That was why I've called buy at 3,307 towards the close of the market. I've called that level. And the market reacted a 40 pip before returning back under intense bearish pressure. So another thing worthy of note is we look at the price on daily time frame. On daily time frame, price have formed an M structure, which technically is calling for a retest at the neckline. So there might be a correction from 3,307 into this structure, and you could see price take away all this and come down. And some of the buy litmus test also lies on another. There is a potential pullback from here after price forming here. Supply roof, supply roof, supply roof, break of a supply roof, demand floor. So we'll go back to 3 hours. So this structure is giving us at least we're hoping for a potential retest into that broken ascending trend line. So you have seen the structure the way it played out on a daily time frame. Consider price action from there after breakout from a support structure followed by a retest one. And we come here as RT2, and we return here as RT3. Now this is where it comes. If you check in other brokers, you're not going to find this price action at this level. This 3 hours break of structure at this level, many brokers does not have it. So go back and check your structure. Without that structure, there is no way you will make a descending trend line DTL here. So the advantage of charting multiple brokers, it exposes candlestick closes on 3 hours. You can see that structure over there. There is a break of structure there, and there is another resistance to upswing, creating a descending trend line DTL. Without this structure, you can't have this thing. It's impossible to have this without this structure here. You can't make that up. And price has come here, reacted in June 3rd, and we have few move, and price broke it, and intending to intending to buy, but of course was stopped by, we have here a 3 hours break of structure and a 3 hours close. So that alone was enough to stop price from further upswing. That was also a factor playing against a further upswing, and we have seen a pull from there. That was a nice one, a 3 hours close. Look at that 3 hours close, and to add more to that price action, we have another beautiful cross from here. We have another beautiful cross from this level. So there is a cross from this area where we have a beautiful price action, which added more fuel to the sell, and it came on triple confluence. You can see the structure. We have here an RS level, and that's an ascending trend line, ATL. And we have here after break of structure, we have here as an SR, we have here as an SR, and RT, SR is a support become resistance, retest candle after break of structure is a SR candle. And when we return here as an ROS. After the break of a demand floor, what floor was broken? This demand floor broken. So we return here as an SR breakout structure followed by a retest, and we return here as an RT after break of a supply roof and also an ROS level. Resistance becomes support and breakout structure as an ROS and also an RT retest candle, and with intention to break through, we got stopped by a descending trend line connecting the current all-time high, 3,500, 3,436, and that was a final bearish drop. And he also came on, another confluence. If you look here on 3 hours, you see a candle close here, creating a stronger price action at that level. So it wasn't just that; it also came on confluence due to the price action here. You have a break and retest here. You have here as a demand floor, break of a demand floor retest. So that demand floor is a horizontal structure, which I will call HTL. And that has stop price exactly at 3,365 into 64, which I called on timing. And that was the structure. So now you can see that we return on that same foundation after break of structure, a clear break of structure, a clear break of structure after we got stopped by 3 hours close of a candle at this level, also forming another strong price action. I also called that 3,403 to be specific. I called a sell at that level, and we have held that price for over close to making it about maybe should be getting to 1,000 pips by next week, and we have seen that drop at that level. And when price broke down from that structure, it broke down from that descending 3 hours roof. Is a temporary midterm roof, which I will also call a supply roof. That's a supply roof. Or can just clone the existing structure we have. That's also a supply roof. And after that break of structure, market rallied on pending resistance below the supply roof, and we have seen that sell over there. And it is what it is. And if you look critically, you will see again, in addition to that, there's a pending 3 hours supply at this level. Market has leveraged on that 71 and have dropped from that level. So that is what it is. So what we are hoping for next week is that price will leverage on 307. A leverage on 307 as a demand floor could likely push price back. If we leverage on that as a demand floor, then most likely what we'll have is a pullback into 61, 64 level, and you could be seeing market come back again. And if that happens, if we have another pullback into that structure, I don't want to enter buy there again. Whatever that brings price, whatever that puts price away from here and returns here, don't enter that buy again. Don't enter it. Now, the next area we'll begin to look out for is going to be at this area. So we'll look at this area for a potential support at 61 level. Market could show strong resilience where buyers hope to defend themselves in line with what they have done in the time past. So you see what buyers have done here, they defended buy. So a return into that structure, they may want to defend themselves again. So this is the price action. So a return back into here, and I will also be watching it to see what they do. If they fail to hold at that level, then I have an ultimate demand floor where I will have another break of structure on a descending trend line that have held price actively. That double top has a two neckline, horizontal neckline, and a descending trend line. So both are all valley structure. So if it comes back there, I will likely want to see what she does at that level. Haven't seen what price has done here. And I'll see that that's an SR level, create series of SR level. I have series of SR level. Series of SR level. So technically, that becomes your new demand floor. So so that is what we have as the week comes by. Let's stay guided and watch the price action. Let it do whatever it wants to do. Honestly, let it do whatever it wants to do. We are not disturbed by whatever the market wants to do.